Welcome back to historic Jinx Simmons Fieldhouse, where the ladies just dropped a close one that I think was certainly going to be a learning experience for those ladies as we get deeper into the season, and a great opportunity for those underclassmen. The Indians are set to take on the Eagles of Del City in the men's contest for tonight's game. Again, few roster changes. Gavin Williams, the sophomore, now wearing number 10. And for the life of me, Kurt, I can't seem to get James and Josiah's last name right.
Revelis.
I've tried a half a dozen times. It sounds right in my head, but I can't ever put it together before it comes out. So I'm just going to refer to them as James and Josiah.
There you go.
Since I've tried it every other which way and can't seem to get it right. So my apologies to the James and Josiah cheerleading
Revelis
team
family.
and the family, friends and family. El Reno's head coach is Rodney Hayden. He's assisted by Tyler Hill, Briar Workman, Gavin Beavers, and Fred Slaughter. Managers are Raylan Kuba, Michael Woods, and Michaelin Lumpmouth. Coach Hayden's also the director of athletics, Alex Bray, the head athletic trainer. And Tim Pounds is the principal of the high school, superintendent of schools, Craig McVeigh. Jaden Robinson, a junior, now wearing 44.
Number 4, Marius Beebe.
And El Reno looking to rebound off the back of two really close ball games, including a double overtime loss after having battled back, being down 20.
Number 12, Jorge McAllister.
Starting for Del City, number 10, don't have a height for him, but he's a tall fella. Number 12, number 23. I think El Reno's going to be on the losing side of the height battle tonight. We'll see. Now that hasn't stopped James throughout this season from playing well above his listed 6'3". Numbers 24. And the starting lineup for your El Reno Indians. Number 1, Carter Romandos. 6'2" freshman guard. Number 4, Matt Topai, the sharpshooting junior. Number 5, Dominic Havern, the senior floor leader and point guard. Number 14, Evan Romandos, the junior and elder of the Romandos duo. And 35, James Revelis, rounding out the top 5. And we are just a few moments away from getting this one underway, throwing this one up. El Reno's game Thursday against Lawton MacArthur has been rescheduled for February 7th, which is a Monday, right here at Jinx Simmons Fieldhouse. Due to Lawton being closed to keep their students and faculty safe and keep those who are sick in quarantine, give them a chance to recover. We are on the road Friday at Guthrie. Kurt will not be able to join us for that one, so you'll have to put up with me for the better part of an hour and a half. But we've done it before now. Like I said, I don't know the height of number 10 for Del City, but I'd put him at a solid 6'8". He's a good head taller than James. Layup for Del City. El Reno falls behind early, 2-0. James handles the press like a pro, says not a big deal, been here before. Dominic, the cross-court long 3, no good. But rebounded by Carter, the one-handed right-handed shot, good.
Good pursuit of the rebound, and we saw a lot of that out of the El Reno Indians, crashing the boards, getting offensive board.
Absolutely, and Evan's going to get called for the hand check on the end line. I suspect the officials had a conversation amongst themselves in between games about adjustments to make in this one.
I certainly hope so.
Otherwise, both coaches are liable to find themselves watching from the bleachers. Ball screen coming. well executed by the Eagles. Number 4 for Del City knocks down the 3. And a technical foul going to be assessed against Del City number 4. Good catch by the official to stop the taunting before it becomes an issue.
Absolutely.
Number 4, Black, being assessed a technical as the Del City head coach getting the word from the official about what happened. And to the free throw line to shoot the technical foul free throws, Carter Roman knows. First one, no good. Ladies had the same problem early, struggled from the free throw line. Free throws are going to be key. Don't know how many the ladies missed, but be curious to know if the number of free throws they missed was roughly equivalent to the deficit of their defeat.
I'd
say at least.
Yes.
If they make half their misses, it's a 2-point ball game.
Correct.
0 for 2 goes the freshman on the back of the technical fouls, free throws. And those free throws get to be picked by the coach of the team who gets to shoot them. So that was trust by Coach Hayes. Say, hey, go up and knock them down. So
yes.
You got to make sure you pick your coach up there. Got to be honest with you, Kurt. I was never that guy. I was never the one. And Revelous James, misses the wide open layup. I was never one appointed by or anointed by my coach to shoot the free throws. Good defense there.
Nor was I.
My one regret is that I didn't spend more time on the free throw line. In the off hours by myself in an empty gym.
Evan Roman Nose did an incredible job.
Great challenge, but you can't give up the O board. El Reno falls behind early, 7-2. 30-second timeout called by Coach Hayden. Demonstrably frustrated with his team. James missed the layup, which is going to happen.
Yes.
It's very atypical of James, but this has sort of been an atypical night so far.
It has been a very atypical
The Lady Indians,
night.
despite their best efforts, they couldn't throw it in the ocean from a boat.
Yes. Yeah.
They throw it off a cruise ship and a boat right on.
You know, one thing about it is that Coach Doug was, when you have a team that has just come off a big victory, won their first ever Anadarko Warrior tournament, against high-class competition. And then you come in and you come off of that after 3 days, and you execute, but nothing seems to go your way. Every coach in America this time of the season,
Great post up by the big fella.
doesn't mind that because it gives you great information that you can share with them and make them understand that they've got to work that much harder. And our boys right now are kind of doing the same thing.
Yep. El Reno gives up the transition layup and turns it right back over. So watch for big number 10 who's inbounded to come right back in and post up here, especially in a size mismatch against Evan Romanos. We'll see if he seals it. That's exactly what he's going to do. No, he's going to flash high post. No, I don't know. I'd have flashed him high post. I'd have had him step in and post up right there low post. Great double team by the Indians, but credit to Del City for just out-dribbling the double team. And an over-the-back foul. Actually, they're going to say James is fouling by virtue of holding the big fella's jersey. Inbound the pass come the Del City Eagles in their black uniforms with white trim. Dom Havern called for the foul. His first, the team third. Just like that, El Reno picks up bang, 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 3 team fouls. 5:33 to play in the first. El Reno trailing by 7, 2-9. First free throw, no good. And El Reno's had opportunities. They have the technical foul assessed against Del City early, and Carter unable to knock either one of those down. Second free throw up and rattles in. El Reno trails by 8, 2-10. And I expect Del City to stay in this press, and they're going to live or die by this press.
Nice give and go right there, breaking the press.
Yeah, not a good decision by Carter. You got 6'9" who can play 11 feet above the rim.
Excellent read by Evan right there.
And number 1, Carter Romano, is going to be called with his first foul. Team's 4th. And James got held by the man in front of him that led to that tip drill that El Reno's finally able to secure. And then 24 going to be cut. And they're saying El Reno was stepped out of bounds by virtue of standing on the line. 24 had 2 hands on Evan Romano's and was pushing him out of bounds.
Yes.
The officials are certainly going to earn every nickel of their paycheck on this one tonight. Long 3 by Del City, no good. Great seal off by James. Yes. Great seal off by James. Coach Hayden going to the bench early. We'll see who he comes up with. It's going to be 15. Rossi Harjo going to check in. Traveling violation assessed. I think it's a good call. He just got in a hurry. He did what he wanted to do with it, but you got to put the ball on the floor before the drive.
Correct.
4:50 to play in the first. Rossi Harjo guarding the ball in a three-quarter court press. Good job by Evan, and they're going to get Evan for what? For being in the vicinity? No, they're going to get Rossi with a dig down.
Rossi, yes.
5-1 the team foul count. I got to be honest, team foul counts don't really bother me. They didn't bother me as an official. They didn't really bother me as a player. Parents and fans think, team fouls 8-1. That doesn't really bother me so much as long as the game's being officiated consistently.
Right.
Because sometimes you're going to have a team and they know on paper, hey, we're going to commit 27 fouls tonight. That's just what we do.
Correct.
And they'll win a lot of ball games doing it.
Yes.
So foul counts don't bother them. And if you hear a coach complaining about a foul count most of the time,
Good job by Rossi.
They're trailing. Great job by Carter to keep that ball alive. He's still hanging with it to keep it alive.
Absolutely.
And a great layup by Evan. Score the basket for Evan Roman Nose. He's going to go to the free throw line, get his chance at the old-fashioned three-point play.
Excellent hustle there by Carter, keeping the ball alive, finally getting it to his older brother, and finishing.
Absolutely. And all 3 of them does Evan earn. 2 on the and 1 and 1 the old-fashioned way. El Reno trails now by just 5. 5-10 now the Indian deficit.
If there was a walk,
there was an absolute travel. He caught the ball at about the volleyball.
Yes.
I don't know, what is that, the 3-meter line or whatever that is? Great block by Carter.
Excellent.
And El Reno's got an opportunity at a fast break, and they do. Rossi's able to haul that one down. Stutter step, finger roll, gets it off.
Beautiful shot by Rossi Harjo.
And intercepted by
Excellent steal by James. And they...
Coach Hayden looking for the near official, say, what does my big fella have to do? 14-7 now the Indian deficit.
Job by Rossi.
Yeah, good job by Rossi to get out of that double team. And looks like Del City, once you break the press, they're just going to trap you at half court and let their big fella try and block everything in the move. And a great move by James.
There by James.
Absolutely. 14-9. And the young freshman is going to check in here. And Del City's going to live or die with this big man. He's either going to foul out or go for 50. That's just what's going to happen tonight, Kurt. Great bounce pass.
There is a great job by El Reno. They're playing some very good ball. If we could get a foul called on the big man going over the back and shoving in the back,
his second,
then he won't dunk. There's no way you could defend that.
And timeout called by Del City. Trey Davis is going to come in and sub. We're going to see who he's going to come in for. Looks like he's going to come in for James. Well-earned break for James there. And I will say, The El Reno coaching staff, and specifically Tyler Hill, when Rodney looked over and said, Trey, go get him, Rodney coached him to the table, and then Tyler met him at the table, and through about the last 3 possessions, Tyler's been coaching him up right there at the table, giving him specific advice. These are things you need to know in your matchup.
Yes.
This is going to win. This is either off the scouting report or something we're modifying now, but this is what you're going to have to do different than what your normal duties are.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
18-11, the El Reno deficit.
One of the things I like that just happened is James is our captain. James Revelis is our captain. Walked over to the official and talked to him about, showed him he's putting his hand in my back when he's jumping. I can't block him out when you're allowing him to do that. Great job.
Yes. And the appropriate time to transition 3, good by Rossi.
Rossi Harjo has been a spark plug.
Absolutely.
Both the comebacks in the Anadarko tournament and came off the bench, and he is on fire.
And James working his absolute rear end off to handle this big 6'8 monster. And a kicked ball. The El Reno coaches jumped up, thought it was a foul, realized it was a kick ball, said, all right, we're okay with that. By rule here, Kurt.
By rule,
they have to let James in. By rule, they have to let him stand in that gap.
They have to let him in.
By rule, James has the right to stand in that gap.
He absolutely does.
Yes. In fact, they cannot put the ball in play until he's satisfied with where he is in that line. Great job by Trey Davis working the other big fella. You know what? I let big
what I like is that
he drew a foul. He drew the foul on the big fella.
And what I like about what happened just then is he decided he was going to become a perimeter player, and he is not a perimeter player.
Absolutely. Let him shoot that 15, 16 foot
all day long.
He's dunked 2 of them without breathing real hard.
All day long.
I'll let him shoot from 17 till he makes 4 in a row.
Yes.
Rossi breaks the defense down. James from 17, no good long. Great defense. If that goes in, it goes in. That's all right. And I think good call by the official. You got a wounded eagle right underneath the hoop where there's a lot of activity.
And Rossi.
Yep.
He rolled on Rossi's ankle.
Yep. So good job. And yep, Rossi's got coming up a little slow. But sometimes if you get those stingers, the best thing you can do is just keep running. As soon as you stop, that thing's going to tighten up. You just got to stay on it.
Correct.
Come in at halftime, cut your tape off, get retaped. I mean, that's all you can do. When you get a stinger, unless it tears your tape, you got to play through it.
Yes.
As soon as you sit down, it's going to tighten up and it's over.
Nice give and go, brother to brother. James finishing strong.
He got pinned off the glass
rim.
Yep.
Nice block.
But he made him beat him at the rim. Great double team in the corner by El Reno. They've actually got Del City scrambling now. 15-footer clean over 3 Indians. If that ball goes in, it goes in. And with all the helter-skelter, El Reno only trailing by 8, 22-14 with 1:13 to play. And they rode Evan all the way. They arced his dribble 7 feet out of the original path to no call.
Correct.
65 seconds to play in the first quarter. El Reno trailing by 8. Matt Tofi going to check back in. And I'll tell you what, Kurt, from where we're sitting right above the El Reno bench, these Del City passes are fastballs.
Yeah, they are.
To Del City's detriment, they've got guards who are struggling to handle these balls that are coming out at 40 miles an hour. Right. You know, put up a jugs machine, go stand 6 feet away and catch fastballs. Right? I mean,
correct.
It's like throwing to a check down receiver as hard as you can throw it. Yeah, Rossi pull up 3, no good, but a great rebound by Trey Davis, and he's going to draw the foul. And I think what Del City's doing, they started with both of their bigs out. And now they're rotating their bigs, I think probably to keep them out of foul trouble. You got one on the bench and you got one playing.
I agree.
And the big 6'8 fella, when El Reno was up pressing for tempo, he didn't like that conditioning.
Yes.
He wasn't liking the speed we had to get up and down.
Yeah, Coach Hayden did a great piece of work right then. We've only got like 28 seconds to go.
El Reno turned it
And
over.
he pulled out both Roman noses to give them a rest.
Absolutely. Looks like Del City going to be content to hold. They're going to try and go up by 10. Rossi guarding the ball, 8 seconds on the clock.
One thing that I could tell you for sure that El Reno, when they get their hands on a ball, they have got to hold on to it tight and secure it because they are getting, I don't want to say pummeled,
Yeah.
but every time they get a ball, they've got hands reaching and slapping, and as long as the officiating will not call that, they've got to hold on and be strong with the ball.
And for lack of a better term, and it's hard to explain this, as a coach you understand the reference that I'm about to make, sometimes you can go shove it in their chin.
Yes.
Take that basketball and slam it right in their nose.
Yeah.
Not physically slam it in their nose, but take it right up the front of their face.
Exactly.
And they're either going to block it or they're going to fade it. If they block it, good for them.
Yes.
But, but we can't be changing shots. We can't be fading away. We can't be leaning away from contact. And this is a team, again, this Del City team is athletic enough. I normally say shot fake. It's not going to matter.
Yes.
They're athletic enough to recover from a shot fake where they pull out of position.
Yes. Yes.
They come out of their stance or even leave the ground. Normally, the odds are in your favor. But in that matchup, in this matchup against Del City,
yes,
the shot fake, it might give you an advantage to be able to get an uncontested shot off, but statistically, you're not going to see the benefit you would normally see. Catch, shot fake, or dribble fake.
Yeah.
Del City's athletic enough and has the speed to recover.
You might check this for a fact, but I'm pretty sure that Del City beat Jinx. I think it was. No, it wasn't Jinx. I can't remember who it was.
A 60 powerhouse of some
to
kind.
win the tournament champions
In Tulsa.
over Christmas in Tulsa.
Yeah.
Over the Christmas break.
And I don't know how many Del City's bringing back, but at every position, Del City's got about 1.5 inches of height and about, at the very least.
I would say about 4 inches or 5.
And they're bigger, they're faster, they're stronger. And it doesn't mean you can't beat them. It just means you've got a really tall order that night. That's all that means.
Right.
And another transition layup. El Reno falls behind 28-14. I know our video's out, folks. I'm down one on my broadcast crew. The individual who normally does my engineering and my technical support to restore this stream for you is out with COVID. And so for his safety and those of us who work with him, he's out in accordance with the CDC guidelines.
Yes.
So El Reno's trailing 28-14. 6:56 to play in the second.
Yeah, and we wish him the best and a speedy recovery.
But as a result, I'm down one on my broadcast crew, and I normally have a dedicated individual on my broadcast team, and all he does is troubleshoot these issues as they come up. And he does a great job of keeping us online. But I'm down that individual tonight. And a running floater is good. Carter Roman knows the lefty floater. 16-28 now, the Indian deficit. 6:30 to play in the first half. A pull-up three from the top of the key, good. Del City takes a 31-16 lead. It's the same reason we can't bring you timeout commercial breaks during the timeouts today. We hope to have that individual back by the end of the week. Or if not, certainly in time for the Shawnee tournament next week, we'll have him back. That James shot is blocked. And an offensive foul is going to be called as the Del City player immediately whining about the call. And he's asking what I do wrong as the official explains it. Some of the El Reno fans asking for a technical, but it's okay if you're the designated captain to say, what did I do wrong? What did my teammate do wrong? What do I need to do better? Right. It's unsporting conduct, or it's unauthorized individuals making comments to the officials that get you in trouble.
And the young man was very respectful
was.
with them when he asked.
Yeah, he approached with respect. Excuse me, sir. I've got a question, Mr. Referee, Mr. Official. Can I talk to you for a second?
Correct.
And a pull-up jumper good for the Indians, 18-31 now the deficit. And El Reno, despite the odds being stacked against them, they're trailing big, but it's not completely out of reach.
No.
Right, they've certainly overcome bigger deficits just in the last 96 hours. Yeah, they've done it twice in the last 2 games. Corner 3 by Del City, no good. Oh, I checked that. Bounces every part of the rim it could. Bounces off the backboard and finally falls. See, good decision by Topa. He doesn't hurry out of bounds. He gets his press break set up, and he steps out of bounds and starts the 5-second clock. James handling in a double team. Great step-through move. Into the corner goes Rossi. Rossi, lots of contact. A rolling bounce pass to Trey Davis, who puts up a good look, doesn't fall. And El Reno's going to get beat back in transition. And a dunk coming. There it is. 20-34, the 18-36, the Indian hole. They've been doubled up now by the Eagles. Dribble handoff, Rossi into the front court. Great shot fake. It's going to get Topai room on the far corner 3. No good. Rattles out, rebounded by Del City. Into the front court come the Eagles. Del City, baseline spin over 3 white jerseys. Knocks down the jumper, 38-18. The Indian deficit. Coach Hayden calls a timeout. And I'm not sure, other than some technique stuff, maybe some scheme stuff that they're not running correctly, I don't know what you can say.
Yeah,
athletically, Del City's the superior team.
Yes.
And sometimes that happens. You're going to come across teams that are just better than you.
Right.
But if you scouted something,
it is not lack of effort from our Indians. They are working hard.
For sure.
And I would say that what we are looking at with Del City is a veteran team. I know for a fact that they have several senior starters, and so therefore it's a veteran team against a young team that's trying to find their identity.
Good ball handling by James. Yes. Sent right back at him. Great job by Topai. He intercepted the big 6'10", 6'8", however tall he is. And they travel, good call. Topai dove on the loose ball, then rolled over from his stomach to his back, so we don't like it. But under a correct interpretation of the traveling rules, they got it right.
Yeah, they are right.
Now, and that's one of those that sometimes the rules don't reward effort. Topai had a tremendous effort, dove on the loose ball, secured it, was rolled over on his back, was trying to find a teammate to keep the offense going.
Yes.
And that's where sometimes the rules don't always reward effort. I don't want to say an unintended consequence, but having been around basketball for almost 30 years already, no good goes that shot. I don't know of a better alternative, to be honest with you, Kurt. And James is going to handle it coast to coast in traffic, tries to draw the foul, and he does. No, they're going to get him for the foul. That's his second. James' second, team's 6th foul. 16 fouls to 5 team fouls. Next Indian foul will shoot free throws for the Eagles. 18-38, the deficit, 3:20 to play in the first half. Yep, and a great hit by the official. Big fella, he was gapped. That big fella went from 6'8" to about 6'3" and put his shoulder right between the numbers of the defending Indian and said, I'm getting there whether you're here or not. Right. So, and that's fundamental defense. He's bigger than you. He's taller than you. He can jump higher than you can jump. He's playing 12 and a half feet off the floor every play.
Right.
Stand your ground. Let the officials do their right job.
Yes. Yeah, excellent job by Trey holding his ground.
Yeah. Checking in for the first time tonight, the freshman Jonathan Reed. Great job by Romanos. The stutter step, the hesitation to get open. He's going to lead the breakdown. Jonathan Reed catches it in the corner. He wanted a shot out of that, but credit Del City for breaking out of the double team and a hard closeout before he could pull the trigger.
Correct.
Topai to Reed in the near corner. Reed, long three, knocks it down. Scored 3 points for the freshman. Good job. 38-21 now, the score as the Indians look to fight their way back into this one. Great defense by Jonathan Reed. He covered two really good crossovers.
Yes.
And the long lead-out pass got away. We'll see if El Reno's able to bait a travel here. And the Del City big man, he can jump and dunk, but he's also got some soft touch around the basket.
Yes, he does.
That was about an 8-foot floater that he shot cleanly. Jonathan Reed, the young freshman, facing down the... Oh, and a great steal by Carter Romano. Stuck his left hand in there, poked it free to his brother, back to Carter, back to Evan. Evan in traffic, and he's going to get the roll.
Excellent play. Excellent play.
23-40, but El Reno's going to have to be able to answer the quick transition basket.
Yes.
El Reno's finally able to get some stuff going offensively, but they've probably given up 15, 14 transition points.
Correct.
Of the 42, I'd say at least a third, maybe half are transition. And a corner three by Carter. And off the Carter Romano's three, El Reno up in their press. And I think some of these transition baskets are coming because the lone man in the man-to-man press, Del City's doing a good job of occupying him and stretching that zone, or stretching that press rather, I'm sorry. And a good job by Evan to challenge the shot.
Yes.
The Del City shooter changed his shot, but he got it to fall. 44-26.
Post passing by Del City right there.
Evan handles it into the front court, behind his back to his right hand. Keeps it bouncing. Dribble handoff to Carter. Carter's going to pull up the three, no good. He just made one, but I don't know that I like that one.
Yeah, it was a little far out of his range.
And he didn't catch it cleanly. It was a dribble handoff and not a pass. I think if that's a pass, it's a better look. Great job by Trey Davis, the freshman.
Yes.
Skied, caught the ball at the high point, fundamental rebound. El Reno quick into the front court. And the little lazy almost there by Carter Romano's little one-handed floater.
Yes.
Needs to be a two-hand drive to the basket and a layup line-style layup. Euro step, no good. El Reno secures the rebound, 40 seconds to play.
Trey Davis.
26-44 into the front court comes Evan Romano's. Flip out pass to Jonathan Reed in the corner. Rattles out, no good. Jonathan Reed again on an island, having to guard two of them. A transition dunk by Del City. They've got 12 or 14 points off of dunks.
Yes.
But I think if I had to average the height of their starting lineup, I'd put it 6'3" or bigger.
Yeah, if you take number 4 off the floor, it's
great back screen.
More like 6'5".
And a corner three, good. And that was made possible by a hard blind screen.
Carter's doing a great job.
He is. Transition three by Del City off the glass, no good. We're going to go to halftime. El Reno trailing 29-46. We're going to step away, try to give you some advertisements this halftime. 10 minutes on the clock. We'll see you in a few.
Right now for more information.
Team up with Pioneer iVideo and start streaming the most popular TV shows and movies from your favorite devices today. Download the iVideo app and start watching anywhere in your home using Pioneer Internet. Each package includes free high-definition and cloud DVR features like video on demand, Restart TV, and Replay TV, just in case you forget to record a program. Visit GoPioneer.com for more details and compatible devices. Some restrictions apply.
Stream with Oklahoma's #1 high school streaming service, Squirtle.tv. Find out more at Squirtle.com/stream.
At Maples Nixon Diesel Horse, we've helped a lot of people, and our goal was to treat each and every person like a friend. And as a friend, we've got your back always. We understand what you're going through. Being lawyers is what we do, but it's not all that we are. We care, we'll stand beside you throughout the entire legal process, not just as lawyers, but as your friends. We are Maples, Nix, and Dieselhorst, and we are here to help.
Is it time for your school or business to purchase a new phone system? Give the experts at Versatile Networks a call. In most cases, we can provide a phone system with brand new phones for less than your current monthly bill. Call us for a free quote today.
Allegiant Marketing Group produces inbound lead generation for our clients through integrated traditional and digital campaigns. We continuously develop new strategies, tactics, and productive efficiencies so you can reach your target market and get a measurable return on investment. This fast-paced world demands for your products and services to be presented at the moment your buyers need them. Targeted and innovative marketing creates your success. Call AMG today, your marketing partner.
Dr. Matt Dieselhorst at Dieselhorst Sports and Orthopedics can help you get game day ready. Dr. Dieselhorst works with athletes of all ages, taking a coordinated approach to accelerate return to play and maximize athletic performance. His work with pros in sports training, injury prevention, bracing, functional rehabilitation, and imaging works seamlessly with his medical and surgical expertise. Get started by going to Dieselhorst Sports and Orthopedics. Let Dr. Matt Dieselhorst get you back on the field, backing all Oklahoma athletes on the field and off.
Support your school's booster club and get your business in front of thousands of potential customers. Talk about a win-win. Advertising packages start on this streaming station for less than $10 a game. Call 405-726-0835 or email adam@squirtle.com right now for more information.
Team up with Pioneer iVideo and start streaming the most popular TV shows and movies from your favorite devices today. Download the iVideo app and start watching anywhere in your home using Pioneer Internet. Each package includes free high-definition and cloud DVR features like video on demand, Restart TV, and Replay TV, just in case you forget to record a program. Visit gopioneer.com for more details and compatible devices. Some restrictions apply.
Stream with Oklahoma's #1 high school streaming service, Squirtle.tv. Find out more at squirtle.com/stream.
At Maples, Nix, and Dieselhorst, we've helped a lot of people, and our goal was to treat each and every person like a friend. And as a friend, we've got your back, always. We understand what you're going through. Being lawyers is what we do, but it's not all that we are. We care. We'll stand beside you throughout the entire legal process, not just as lawyers, but as your friends. We are Maples, Nix, and Dieselhorst, and we are here to help.
Is it time for your school or business to purchase a new phone system? Give the experts at Versatile Networks a call. In most cases, we can provide a phone system with brand new phones for less than your current monthly bill. Call us for a free quote today.
Allegiant Marketing Group produces inbound lead generation for our clients through integrated traditional and digital campaigns. We continuously develop new strategies, tactics, and productive efficiencies so you can reach your target market and get a measurable return on investment. This fast-paced world demands for your products and services to be presented at the moment your buyers need them. Targeted and innovative marketing creates your success. Call AMG today, your marketing partner.
Dr. Matt Dieselhorst at Dieselhorst Sports and Orthopedics can help you get game day ready. Dr. Dieselhorst works with athletes of all ages, taking a coordinated approach to accelerate return to play and maximize athletic performance. His work with pros in sports training, injury prevention, bracing, functional rehabilitation, and imaging works seamlessly with his medical and surgical expertise. Get started by going to Dieselhorst Sports and Orthopedics. Let Dr. Matt Dieselhorst get you back on the field, backing all Oklahoma athletes on the field and off.
Support your school's booster club and get your business in front of thousands of potential customers. Talk about a win-win. Advertising packages start on this streaming station for less than $10 a game. Call 405-726-0835 or email adam@squirtle.com right now for more information.
Team up with Pioneer iVideo and start streaming the most popular TV shows and movies from your favorite devices today. Download the iVideo app and start watching anywhere in your home using Pioneer Internet. Each
With the halftime intermission drawing to an end, we're back to it. El Reno trails 46-29 against a much heftier, much stronger Del City team, and that's not a reflection of the Indians. Is it more of a reflection of the Del City program and the athletes they have in their program right now? But I can remember years where Del City was just downright bad. Yes. And Kurt, as Kurt mentioned earlier, we did a little research over the break for you. 5A number 3 Del City beat 5A number 1, Tulsa Memorial, in the Tournament of Champions over Christmas. They outscored, they won ultimately by 10, but outscored Tulsa Memorial 54-29 over the last 3 periods of play. So that demonstrates they can score a bunch of points in a hurry.
Yeah, it started out with Memorial leading 15-0.
Yeah, they fell behind 15-0 and then basically went on a 54-29 run to end it.
Right.
And the alternating possession arrow in favor of the Eagles to begin the second half. That ball deflected out of bounds by Carter. Possession to remain. Number 4 between the circles to lead the Eagle offense. El Reno trailing 46-29. 7:40 to play. First offensive possession is going to result in about a 12-foot pull-up jumper that he shot clean, and he was going away from his shooting hand. If you can force a fading sideways jump shot, I think that's a pretty good offensive possession.
Yes.
And there's a lot of athletes on this Del City team that are going to go play at the next level. If they want to, if they dedicate themselves to being students of the game, but also being students in the classroom.
Correct.
And have the academic credentials necessary. And I don't know anything about them outside of this game, of course, but they certainly have the talent.
Absolutely.
That there's going to be, it may not be
D1.
Duke.
Yeah.
But certainly junior colleges, NAIA schools, Division II schools. We've got lots of those in Oklahoma. I think you and I are both. And a great play, but blocked at the rim. James got the look he wanted, just blocked at the rim. Kurt, you and I are both products of regional institutions. And that's not to say El Reno won't have some that have opportunities to go play at the next level as well. Callan Hayden's setting the world on fire at UCO right now. He's either the first or the most recent. A good defense there right around the rim to force the miss. And really, he only got one offensive rebound out of that. Everything else was batted, tipped, and El Reno we're trying to keep the ball alive. Ultimately results in the Del City basket. Flip out pass to Dominic Havern. He shoots the 3, no good. And Evan crashed hard under the basket.
The Indians are doing a lot of really good things right now.
Yeah.
Great job by James Revelis with the much taller.
And James is going to get his pocket picked there.
Yeah.
He just got a little too fancy there. You got in the front court, kill it, find your point guard.
Exactly.
And you and I just heard Coach Hayden look down at his coaching staff and said, keep track of transition points.
Great pass right there from brother to brother for a fast break layup of our own.
Evan Roman nose to Carter Roman nose. Easy layup off the glass here on the near side basket. Del City into the front court. And if you're able to execute on offense, it's obviously going to slow down the other team's offensive capabilities.
Yes.
It's going to slow them down. And that's one of the ways to combat transition points is to get points of your own. Even if you don't get up and press, they have to pause, get out of bounds, inbound the ball, and then start the break. And by then, you can retreat and set up your half-court defense.
Yes.
Kick the ball. Good effort there by Carter. Kick that ball out of bounds and keep it out of the paint. I think not only the
much better job keeping them in front of us, not letting them drive.
Absolutely. And key to having some success in the second half is going to be keeping Del City out of the lane. And a baseline drive, easy layup. Just as I say, you got to keep them out of the lane. They attack the baseline.
Exactly.
Dribble handoff, and Dominic got a little bit of a gap there. Great pass, another great pass. And James in traffic is going to get the and one basket, score the basket, James.
Great ball movement right there. Great teamwork right there.
James going to go to the free throw line to attempt the back end of the old-fashioned three-point play. 33-52. El Reno trailing by 19. They trailed by 18 at the half. So we're all tied up in this quarter. So for all the runs that Del City started on, El Reno's answered them. Del City's style of play isn't we're going to play a lot of defense, it's we're going to score more points than you. A little reminiscent of Big 12 football about a decade ago.
Correct.
Football games ended in a 76-56 game, basketball type scores. And it wasn't we're going to play defense, it's we're going to score more than you.
El Reno's doing a great job.
Yes.
And
Dominic Havern's going to come up with a steal. Yep, it's going to go out of bounds off his foot.
Great hustle, though.
Coach Hayden saying no, Dom didn't touch that last. But both near side officials. And Coach Hayden talking to the official. We'll see if El Reno's in. Del City, Kirk, correct me if I'm wrong, they haven't had a lot of out-of-bounds plays. They don't run much. They throw it in and run an offense.
Yes.
You know, I came from a system. I played in a system. We had a playbook that rivaled anybody in the NFL. We had 20 or 25 at what could have been a dunk. He just lays it in.
Correct.
I came from a system where we had probably 25 set plays to run out off the baseline and another 20 or 25 to run off the sideline, given the looks we were given. Del City, and we had lots of good scoring chances and scoring looks out of that. Del City seems content to just throw it in and play basketball.
Yes.
And you know the era of the really thick playbook is sort of, I don't want to say behind us, but we're in a period of more playing basketball.
Right.
Not even structured motion, right? Understanding how to play against a man, understanding how to rotate against a zone. Corner three by Topai, no good. Del City rebounds, and they're off in transition. And I think Coach Hayden wants to focus this half on the transition points, and they're going to get big fellow, big number 10, I don't want to call him a monster. I'm sure he's a nice guy, but he's a solid 4 inches taller than the next closest guy, I think.
Oh, yes.
The closest guy to him in height is on his team.
Yes.
I think it's probably a fair statement.
True.
And James holding down the fort best he can. And now this is where the ability to pass and the ability to have really good post moves can offset that 5-6 inch differential he may be looking at. And his team, and a great handoff, and Carter Roman knows the one-handed scooper no good. It's a look at a layup, but he tried to get fancy. Go right at him and draw the foul. Right. Don't try the running baby hook. Not a good look. And a great read by Evans, stepped in the passing lane into the front court. Evan takes it almost coast to coast. Takes it from the opposite, from top of the key on the defensive end. Steps in the passing lane, runs straight to the basket, left-handed layup. El Reno trails by 20, 36.
Yeah, that was a great double team.
Yes.
We got the deflect that we won. We got the steal that we wanted. We got the bucket that we needed.
And an up and under forced by the Indian defense, no good. Forced that Del City player to change his shot. James catches the pass into the front court. And better decision. Last time he tried to pick it up and handle the ball. This time he went right to the rim. He got blocked out of bounds, but so it goes. And Coach Hayden looked at James and said, "Good job." And Coach can take a 60-second timeout. We'll take it with him. 36-56, the El Reno hole. In the last two games, El Reno's found themselves in big holes, but fortunately has had big shovels in the second half. I'm afraid their shovel on this one, Kurt, may not be quite big enough to make up the difference here.
I think you're correct. I think what Coach Hayden wants to see now is execution.
Yes.
Not every team that we play is going to be so much taller than us, nor will they be as talented as Del City.
And I think this Del City team is poised right now. If the season ends today, they make a late run into March.
Oh, absolutely.
I mean, if they're not a live championship Saturday, there was an upset of the century along the way, I think.
Correct.
Because I will say this Del City team doesn't shoot it near as well as Anadarko shot it. They don't seem to shoot it as well as Bishop McGinnis shot it. Or even the OKC Storm in the Hera tournament shot the ball pretty well from deep.
Yes.
But I don't know if I'm Del City that I need to. I got enough size and athleticism. I want everything going to the basket.
They're playing to their strength.
Absolutely.
Definitely.
And a great seal off by James. Gets the man back on his hip off the glass. Great job by James.
James was frustrated at that timeout. Coach Hayden called a timeout, set up a play specifically for him to be successful. Great piece of coaching right there.
Absolutely.
There is no quit in these El Reno Indians.
Absolutely.
And we've seen that time and time again. And they never believe that they're out of a game.
No. And a great play there. Dominic Havern trying to keep it alive, and he is. He's going to come up with it. Great play by Havern. He's got the fast break. He's going to run right to the rim. Get blocked from behind.
You know, and we're getting those deflects, which turn into steals.
And a 60-second timeout called by Del City. And Kurt, one of the things you and I noticed, right, before that, the last timeout Coach Hayden took, the timeout before this one, 2:02 on the clock in the third, El Reno trailing 38-56. James had come down, did a great job of handling the ball in transition, went right to the rim, and he got swatted so hard I thought we were going to have to replace the basketball.
Correct.
I thought he'd flat spotted that ball. He blocked it so hard. Coach called the timeout. He looked up at James and said, hey, good job. Yeah. That's all you can ask. James executed. He did his job, and he executed the scheme perfectly.
Yes.
And if it comes back at you, it comes back at you. Now, I'm a little bit biased because at 6'7", I sent a lot of balls way deep in the stands too.
Yes.
And there was nothing from my perspective more frustrating than I come down and I send a kid 5 rows deep. Their coach looks at him and says, hey, good job, go right back at him. From my perspective, I sent you 5 rows deep. What else am I supposed to do?
Right.
Right? To not break you emotionally, not break you psychologically. Coming out of that timeout, bounce pass, James had a man sealed, easy layup.
That's correct.
So great job by Coach Hayden, giving him the feedback that he needed to execute. And a great strong play by Evan to keep it alive. James in there battling, he's going to draw the foul. Great effort. Evan took it baseline. I'm sorry, not Evan, Matt Topai. I apologize to the Topai fans. Topai took it hard baseline, got a shot up, was challenged, missed it. James, again, understanding leverage, gets the seal, goes right. He doesn't get fancy, doesn't try to shot fake, goes right to the basket, draws the contact. First free throw up, no good. El Reno to substitute. Checking in Rossi Harjo as Dom comes to the bench. Topai is going to come to the bench with his left hand wrapped in athletic tape. And checking in for him, the tall freshman, Trey Davis. If I'm Trey Davis, this is a great learning opportunity, especially the battle against their big fella. Now, with the lead, I don't know that we're going to see the big fella much more. But if I'm Trey gave some great minutes against the big man in the first half as well. But it's a great learning opportunity and a great opportunity to show this is what weight room work will do for you.
Yes.
He's got natural height at 6'5". He should grow some more.
Case in point, he went up, tied up the ball basically on that defensive rebound, and then the stronger Eagle pulled it away from him, and then Trey had the foul.
Absolutely, and those are all things that we can fix.
Absolutely.
That's weight room work.
Yes.
It was a form block out.
Yes.
And he just got out muscled. That's not a foul. It's credit to Del City for getting in the weight room.
Right.
And I don't expect Trey Davis to be as strong as these guys are. Trey's a true freshman. And a great effort by Trey to keep the ball alive right there.
Yes.
And a traveling violation call against Rossi. Coach Hayden looks at the official and said, there's no way. And the official said he hopped, but Rossi never moved.
No.
He caught the ball in the corner. He immediately threw a bounce pass, was whistled for a violation. Coach Hayden said, what did he do? The official said he hopped, and Rodney just looked at him, shook his head, said no.
Yes.
Nearly a great block by Evan, but another transition basket. 60-39 the deficit, minute 20 to play in the third. And El Reno's overcome some big deficits in the last two games. And yes, wonderful pass. That ball blocked, but James stays with it, going to draw the foul.
Yes.
James could be down 100. He's going to give you everything he has every trip.
He will.
Yeah, I don't know if they've got a whirlpool back in their athletic facility underneath us, but if they did, he's probably a frequent visitor to it.
And probably visits to the chiropractor.
Yes.
That young man gets beat on every game. And he asks no quarter, and he gives no quarter.
Absolutely.
He gives as good as he gets.
Absolutely. First one's up and in, and Jonathan Reed checks in, and Evan comes to the bench. And, you know, Kurt, you and I often have to go to the chiropractor, but that's because we just make funny noises now. It has nothing to do with the effort we put forth on the basketball court, but more that we stood up wrong or we fell asleep on the wrong side.
Yes. Indeed, that is true.
And credit to the young man, he continues to answer the bell. That one no good. He leaked off the line a little bit early there. I like to see him hold that follow through. He leaked out, and if you're fading away, whether you're leaking out of a free throw or you're shooting a fadeaway jumper, there's always this thought in the back of your mind, 3-point basket good by Del City, 63-40.
That is one of the few outside.
I think it's the first three they've made. I think they had one in the first half and maybe that one, and that's it.
Good hustle by Trey.
Yes, great pass. Another great pass. Corner three by Rossi. Does it go? Off the rim, the glass, and in. The double doink, as they say in football. Rossi keeps it within 20. I think that's at least his second three-point. And another intercept by James. Rossi, another three. That one's going to be errant short. But a great play by Carter to keep that alive. 23 seconds on the clock. James gets the matchup that he wants, and he's going to... Thought he drew the foul. The official said just blocked out of bounds. I think Coach Hayden has just given up trying to work these officials, trying to advocate a point. I think at this point his goal is that nobody gets hurt.
Yeah, that was absolutely a beautiful drop step that James made. If you're a young
and
player,
another great drop step, and they got a hold there.
Absolutely, great job.
And one thing you can tell, when James works as hard as he can, he gets to a point in the game where that tank starts to run a little dry.
Yeah.
And his step's a little bit slower, he spins a little bit slower. Coach will sub him out for a few minutes, give him an opportunity to get a suck of water, get his heart rate down, and he'll look over and say, all right, I'm good, and go back in, get back in there. Okay. And if the near side official spent as much time officiating as he does making jokes with the bench, maybe we wouldn't have some of the problems that we've had, but...
Boy, James is working hard.
Oh, he is. He's running wide open. Great baseline spin move, and they're going to call him for a travel. I'm not sure how it's a travel. But he never stopped dribbling. He was still dribbling when the whistle blew, Kurt. Yeah. 12 seconds on the clock. El Reno trails by 20, 43-63. They're going to try and stop Del City from getting a transition basket. They're going to get a foul. Foul called against the true freshman, Jonathan Reed. His first, team's second. First free throw up, rattles in and out.
Ball don't lie.
Yeah, I'm right there with you. And I'll tell you what, some of the best officiated games are open gyms, where you call your own fouls. If you call something soft, you're going to get tooth knocked out.
Yes.
If you demonstrate your toughness for the first couple of possessions,
right.
Next time you call a foul, they're going to say, you know what, he earned that one.
Yep.
64-33. I encourage everybody to get it. Yeah, transition three, no good. But you got to look and you got to look at the three-point line to end the quarter. Into the third, El Reno trails by 21, 64-43, and normally you'd say down and out, but El Reno's fought back from bigger deficits. I think they had a little more time to fight back last time. And folks, if you get a chance, come to an open gym. The Pink Out game, January 25th against the Yellow Jackets of Kingfisher. Dig the pink out of your closet. There's also a pink shirt for sale that's going to support head coach Kendra Kilpatrick of Stillwater High School girls basketball. She's currently battling breast cancer, so we're going to come out and honor one of our own. All the proceeds of the t-shirt sales and the revenue generated from all the activities will go to her cancer battle. And we all know somebody, family or friend, who's afflicted with the big C. So come out, Phil Jinx Simmons, and show your support for Kendra Kilpatrick. With 8 minutes on the clock, we're prepared to start the fourth quarter, 64-43. And remember, if you've got students at Hillcrest or Rose Witcher, those buildings are closed through the end of the week due to COVID protocols amongst the staff. .37 to play, El Reno trailing 21, and into the front court come the Eagles. Folks, if the video's out, we're doing everything we can to restore that. Like I said, due to COVID, we're down a member, a long-time tried member of my broadcast crew. He's my technical engineer, or my technical director and my engineer. He troubleshoots all those problems for us. He's out with COVID, so we're, last I talked to him, he was doing fine, recovering well. We hope to have him back as quick as we can.
Absolutely.
Corner three by Topai, no good, short iron. And a big shout out to the El Reno Spirit team and Palm Squad, Jacqueline Smith, their sponsor. They've only got 4 of them here. tonight, likely, and I don't know it firsthand, but likely due to COVID. They got 4 of them here, and the 4 they do have are clapping as hard as they can and stomping as hard as they can and yelling at the top of their lungs.
They are.
And they're doing everything they can. So big thanks, and that layup's up and in. So big thanks to Jacqueline Smith and her El Reno Indian Spirit. And bandmaster.
And what about that band?
Yeah, bandmaster Nathan Leonard, the transition 3, air ball by Carter. Bandmaster Nathan Leonard and his jazz band coming out to every home game. And major strides he's making with that band program.
Yes.
And for those who are involved in the arts, the band programs, and vocal music, they work just as hard as the athletes on the floor. Topai looks to shoot, but good closeout by Del City. The Del City athlete, number 4, he covered a lot of ground there. Jonathan Reed in the corner, and Rossi on the roll, had the look, doesn't get it to fall. And he lashes out in frustration, and Topai going to be called for the hold. Good call there.
Yeah, it was.
Rossi frustrated, couldn't get scooped. Topai, only his first foul, the 3rd team foul. 6:03 to play. Carter's going to check out. He's going to get coached up as he gets knuckles and high fives from his teammates. He's going to take his spot on the bench. And I'll tell you what, I can imagine Jacob Robertson, the 6'5 junior, is just chomping at the bit to play.
Absolutely. Every time they come off the floor, get in a huddle or something, he and James are right over there talking.
Absolutely.
And I know the young man is ready to get back into action, and we'll have him not on Friday night, but we'll have him the next week.
Yes.
And we're looking forward to having Jacob, a healthy Jacob,
that
on the floor.
That foul called against 14 Evan Roman knows. Dominic Halford's going to check back in.
And the young man is a wide body inside the lane, so I hope during this time he's been off, he is really working on free throws.
Absolutely, and it's one of those too especially when some of the younger players come out during the JV game, he'll be up coaching these kids down, coaching them up at the end of the bench. Hey, look for this roll, set this screen here.
Yes.
He understands his role, and he understands how to communicate that role to other people. And having good energy in practice, even if you can't practice.
Yes.
Having good energy on the bench during the game, being able to coach your teammates up. That's, again, never shows up in the newspaper. There's no picture to take of it. But that does a lot for execution and morale. Both a great back cut by Evan Romanos. He goes under the hoop to the other side. Can't get it to go, but a good look. 5:10 to play, 43-70 the deficit. And Del City has put in their big fella. He makes a drop step and a left jump hook no good.
Good defense there by Trey Davis.
Yeah, and it seems to me if you put in his left hand, he's not very good at all. I expect athletes, basketball players to drop off a little bit with their offhand, but his left hand's just bad. He got soft touch and a 3 by Jonathan Reed, and a great decision. He knew there was nobody above him. Normally we tell you to follow your shot, but he knew he was last man back. He pulled the trigger and sprinted back for basket responsibility to kill the break.
Yes.
And as we mentioned, Coach Hayden asking his staff to stat and track the number of transition points El Reno gives up. That's the ability to stop transition points has nothing to do with the score differential or where you are in school or how old you are, how much you play. That's just effort.
Yes, that's right.
Now, that's not to say they're not going to make some. They are. When they're 6'8" and they catch an alley-oop 13 feet in the air, there's not a whole lot you can do about it.
No.
But running your lane, knowing your responsibilities, guarding, doing your job in transition, that's all you can do.
That's right.
Trey Davis going to check out, giving good quality minutes. Looks like Del City is going to go to the end of their bench and give some of their young Eagles some minutes. Big number 10 up, knocks down the first free throw. And credit to the Del City big man. A key part of being a forward or a post player center, power forward or center, you're going to get a lot of trips to the free throw line. And you have to be able to shoot them with confidence, and you have to be able to tell your coach, put it in my hands.
Yes.
2 for 2 goes the the Big Eagle, and checking in, number 33. He's been on tonight. I don't recall seeing number 35.
No.
And based on the confusion of who he was guarding, I think maybe we're correct in our assumption there, Kurt. And I've never understood that. If you get to sub out on a dead ball and you play man-to-man, you should be in a great move by James. Drew some contact, doesn't get the call, but a great move. And a great pass under the basket to Evan. He can't finish. The boys having the same trouble the girls had. Missing a lot of shots inside that 8, 10, 12-foot mark. You're not going to make them all, but El Reno not having the success shooting that maybe they would otherwise want. Yeah, the El Reno bench calling for the push-off. Evan Roman took a hard shoulder to the bridge of the nose.
He did. James is posting up hard still.
Yep, good decision by James. It was bounce pass to him. It was the last touched by the Eagles. James pulls his hand back, says, we'll let that go out of bounds. Coach Hayden calling the old blob, as we call it, the baseline out of bounds play. And Coach Hayden likes to get scoring opportunities out of this. He's not one to just throw it in and set up an offense.
Exactly.
If you can get a layup or an open three, pull the trigger.
Yes.
3:26 to play, 74-43, 31-point differential. I think, and although I'm not much of a quitter,
good.
I think in a turnover, I think statistically the game out of reach for the Indians. I think mathematically the game probably out of reach for the Eagles as well.
Yeah, he had the right idea.
Yeah, just not enough possessions left.
Correct.
Even if you make every shot, you just don't have enough touches left. I think that's sort of where we are. 3:14 to play, 43 to 74. And score the basket. And El Reno's going to get the and one. That foul called against 21.
Good job by Evan. No quit in that young man.
Yep, Evan's going to go to the line.
Hard from buzzer to buzzer. And now he's going to get rewarded for his and one.
Yeah. Good job by the official communicating with his partner to understand. Did you count that as an and one, or did you call that on the floor? So, if you're not sure, kill the play, blow the whistle, get it right. Second free throw up and in. But first, I guess the only free throws, the old-fashioned three-point play. 46-74, El Reno trails by 28. Good trap in the corner by El Reno. Are they able to force a turnover out of this? They are. And a great pass from the older Roman nose to the younger Roman nose. 46-74 now. And that's going to be a pretty soft foul. Carter challenging the dunk, and then they're going to score that. And I don't know that I inherently take issue with the foul, but there was no contact there, Kurt. If there was contact with the body, he certainly didn't hit him, hit the hand, hit the arm.
I completely agree. I was like, what? Why did they blow the whistle?
Yeah.
And then you said it was a foul. And I was like, okay.
Free throw up and in for the Eagles. 77-48, the Indian deficit. Hard drive. And the diagonal, and they got the look they wanted. Great ball movement. They reversed the ball twice, and they were able to get an open three and a held ball. Great effort there by Carter to tie that ball up in the possession arrow in favor of the Indians. 2:34 to play. El Reno trailing by 29. And that pass intercepted by Carter. Pull up three. Rattles out. Good look, though.
Yes.
And I still think pull-up jump shots of any distance. 8 feet, 12 feet, 19.9.
Correct.
I think any of those the pull-up jump shot is hard, especially off your own bounce. If it's a pull-up jumper off a pass, it's different.
Right,
but a pull-up jumper off your own bounce, yeah.
Good move by Carter.
And he's going to sell it. Does it go? It doesn't. He tried to flip it up there, and I think if you're Carter, I see what he's trying to do. I think he'll go right at it. Yeah, and just lay it off the glass.
Yes.
He absorbed it, and that was one of those. He did a good job of taking the contact before the ball came out, but he was airborne. Take that contact, then get the ball out.
Yeah, that's right.
Carter at the free throw line to attempt two. First one's up and in. Good shot by the young Roman knows. And one of the things that we've seen in this El Reno youth repeatedly is they shoot the ball well from the free throw line. Now, that's not an excuse to get out of free throws during practice. In fact, it's a motivation to continue to shoot them and continue to improve your free throw accuracy.
Yes.
But if you're an El Reno Indian fan, you got to be excited about the next couple of years. 2:21 to play, El Reno trailing by 28, 48-77, 49-77. Still can't get the math right. Dribble handoff. Nearly tipped out from behind. One bounce, pull up baseline, no good. Rebounded, good strong rebound by Trey Davis. Dominic Havern not having a drop of quit in him, brings the ball up hard against pressure. Great bounce pass to Rossi. He's going to drive, he's going to go reverse. Pass out to Carter. 8-foot runner, good.
Very nice.
51-77.
Just to say, Trey is having a lot of success right now as far as pulling down rebounds, and like you said, he went up and pulled down a strong board. He has somebody in his own height. He doesn't have somebody in that's 6'10".
Exactly.
And the young man...
and poor block out by El Reno there in transition.
Yes.
Del City missed the wide open layup, and it ultimately just became tip drill on the other side.
Yes.
That's one of those things, that's just effort.
Right. Right.
And
well, you know, and you've got Trey, you've got James Revelis, and you've got Jacob Robertson.
And you know what?
All three of those posts will be back next year, along with a host of other outside players, especially the Roman Nose brothers. So,
absolutely.
Like I said, there's a lot to be excited about with this El Reno boys basketball team and girls.
So drawing the foul is Carter Roman Nose. 55 seconds to play in the contest. El Reno trailing by 30, 81-51. This official so focused on making sure everybody's jerseys are tucked in. And I will say, that was one of the things that drove me crazy. The high school basketball rule book has about 22 pages dedicated to uniform style, uniform number location, uniform numeral. You know, technically, these white jerseys that El Reno's wearing and the black jerseys Del City are wearing, these are illegal jerseys under the rules.
Yes.
The numbers cannot match the jersey, even if they're trimmed in a different color. They have to be their own separate color.
It's good offensive board by Trey right there.
Great effort by Trey Davis. He didn't let that ball out till he got high up over, laid it over the edge of the glass, and in 54-81 the deficit. Corner three by Del City, good. Not sure if you scored that as a transition basket. I would. It was the first pass after... Right, it was a drive and then a flip out. A move and a turn middle. Rossi had that strip loose, able to wrangle it and get a shot up, but never did get the hands back on the ball the way he wanted.
Very good concentration by him.
And good job by Dominic Havern to kill that break.
Yes.
Dom not having a drop of quit in him either. Inside 20 seconds to play. This will do it. Coach Hayden coaching all the way to the end, still putting these players in position, still calling plays, still trying to get competitive looks, and they do get a competitive look in the corner. Skying rebound is Carter Roman Nose, and he's going to lay it off the glass. That's going to do it. 84-56 the final. We're back out at Friday. Kurt, we're going to miss you when we're in Guthrie.
Well, thank you.
So they're going to have to put up with me.
I will miss being there.
Thank you all very much for tuning in. Remember, the Lawton game scheduled for Thursday has been postponed, so no game here. This is it for the homestand this week. We're headed to Guthrie on Friday and the Shawnee tournament next week. You've been watching.
And when is that pink out game?
Thank you. The pink out game is January 25th. That's the Tuesday game of that week.
Okay.
And then next week is the Shawnee tournament. So Guthrie Friday, Shawnee next week. I'll bring you that bracket.
And who is selling the shirts?
Yes, thank you very much for reminding me. Jennifer Hardaway at the high school has the pink out shirt, so get with her. Big thanks to all of you for tuning in. You've been watching El Reno basketball on ElRenoIndians.tv. We'll see you next time.